Hi everybody and welcome. I'm Coach Carolin and today we're here to talk about your lead arm, why it is so important, what position it needs to be in, and what that does for your contact and your swing in general. So let's jump into it. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below because I always love to hear from my followers. All right, so your lead arm, for me that's my left arm because I'm a righty, and if you're a lefty it would be your right arm. It's super important to have that pretty straight at the top of the backswing. And if you look at the different tour players, you'll see that pretty much everybody's lead arm is fairly straight. I don't think there's one tour player out there that looks like this. And there is some tour players that overswing and where you see the club go past parallel, but that's usually because they're super flexible and because they turn their shoulders more than 90 degrees. So if I keep my left arm straight and I can turn I have a lot of flexibility in my back and I also have a lot of wrist flexibility, I can still manage to get that club past parallel without actually bending this arm. So again, there is really no tour player out there that has a bent left arm. If you find one, let me know in the comments below. I'm always happy to learn. But generally, we're going for a straight lead arm at the top of the backswing. Why do we want to do this? So we want to build width in the backswing because width really allows us to get close and to pull in our club into our impact. And as you always see, that right elbow is nice and tucked. That right trail elbow, if you want to call it that, is always kind of tucking into your right pocket or into your trail pocket in the downswing. So if we're already bent in our lead arm, our trail arm, our right elbow here is also more bent. And then golf is an action-reaction sport. What tends to happen if you have a very kind of lax and kind of bent lead arm, what do you have to do? Your club's past parallel and your body first, before it needs to rotate down to the ball, it needs to get up, right? It needs to get the club back past parallel into the downswing. And what do you see here? What is this? That's right, I'm casting, right? I'm throwing the club from my top position down at my ball. And we all know that is what we want to avoid, like everything we can possibly avoid, right? We want to avoid this, we want to avoid Monday when it's Sunday. You catch my drift. We do not want to do this. So in order to avoid the casting, that's one thing that really helps if you keep this lead arm straight, because if you take it back to the top again, now golf is a game of opposites. Now you're wide and you can just start rotating. And you don't see much difference here in my top position. If you look at my arm structure up here, it's kind of what we refer to as that whole pattern of your arms. So the arm structure at the top doesn't really change as you're transitioning down. You're not all of a sudden starting to do this, right? I mean, hopefully you don't. If you do, then definitely keep watching this video. But hopefully when you go to this position, you can just start turning. You can start shifting your weight into your left side. And as you're shifting into your left side, your right arm can drop and it really stays straight. And your left arm stays straight through impact, and it only ever really folds once you're pretty much halfway through the through swing, through the finish. That's when you start seeing it fold and release and go into a nice high finish. So now I want to show you how we're going to train to keep that left or lead elbow straight, because sometimes it's really hard to feel. Sometimes you're up here and you're like, no, it's definitely totally straight. It's super straight. And then you look and you're like, it's not straight. So that's golf. Feel and reel are very far away from each other usually, unfortunately, but that's why we have to have good drills, which I'm going to show you now. So I'm going to take my golf club. It's all you need. I'm going to put it kind of where my little armpit is, and I'm going to put it right where my club head is. So now we've clenched our club under our armpit, and we're just going to pretend to hold another club. And you can hold another club if you want to, but for now, for simplicity's sake, we're just having this one. Now, as we are going back, you're going to feel that shaft hit your lead elbow almost halfway back. And now I want you to push that up. I want you to push that up. And I do realize that you're not going to get really far up into your backswing. You're not going to have a super high backswing position, but that's not what we're going for. What I want you to feel is this. Feel like you were bouncing the shaft off of your left arm, because if that bends, your club and your grip is going to point downward. You want this to point up. So now I like that a lot because it's actually activating the muscles you want to flex. You want to push against that weight. It's just like in the gym. If you're in a gym and you do whatever, any type of weight, and you kind of like push it up and you push it up and you have resistance, and then somebody takes that weight away, what happens? You're like, whee! And your arms shoot up, right? So same thing here. If we're pressing against this shaft going up and we're really having to press that elbow up, then as we are doing this in our actual swing and in our practice swings, we're going to notice that we're going to want to press that elbow up as well. And that's really what's going to help us keep that elbow straight when you go back to the top position. So try it next time. I really love this drill. It is so simple. All you need is a club, and it really activates those muscle groups that you want to activate to be able to push up. Now let's hit a golf ball with keeping that lead arm super straight. I'm going to do a little practice swing here, pushing up, pushing up. Here we go. Oh, first swing of the day. Shake it off, Carolin. Perfect divot though. Perfect little draw. So have fun with this drill, really try it. It really gives you a good muscle memory for your real swing. And I can't wait to hear how you like this drill. So let me know in the comments below how you like this. I hope you love it, and I'll see you next time.